Alright, what is up? This is SLOplays, and I'm here today for some very exciting breaking news. We have a brand new Bandai Namco Summer Showcase for this year. I'm very excited about this. They do these, I think, every single year, or at least more recently, and sometimes they're really good, and this one is already confirmed to have some juicy new stuff, okay? So the Summer Showcase is actually this week. It's going to be in a couple of days from now. It's going to be July 2nd, which I think is on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to be 12 p.m. PST, so that should be around 1 p.m. CST, I think. Actually, no, that's 2 p.m. CST, my bad. And then it's going to be 3 p.m. EST, and then 9 p.m. CEST, which I think is European time. You can do your time conversions. You just see this, and then you just do the conversion on like Google, and you'll be good to go, right? So let's go over what this is going to have. Okay, there are a lot of games as, you know, they're going to be showcased here. One of them being a brand new My Hero Academia game, okay? That is the big headliner for this showcase. The other games, I think, for the most part, are already existing. I think Digimon, which, I mean, has already been announced, but that's like the only new game debut. But let's actually go over all the information. Okay, so it's going to be Code Vein 2, Death Note Killer Within, Digimon Story Time Stranger, Everybody's Golf Hot Shots, the new My Hero Academia game, which that has already been leaked, and we're going to go over that, but I'm going to give you guys a spoiler warning just in case. You know, nobody wants to know exactly what it is, which, I mean, don't you want to know what it is? Little Nightmares 3, Patapon 1+2 Replay, Shadow Labyrinth, Super Robot Warriors Y, Tekken 8, The Blood of Dawn Walker, and Tawa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree. No, that is not Tawa from Dragon Ball. This is something else, right? So, the Summer Showcase, again, live in 2 days. It starts, I mean, for me, because I'm Central CST time, it's going to be July 2nd at 1:30, okay? So we're going to be sitting here probably for 30 minutes for it to actually start, okay? The stream is just going to go live at this time, right? And you guys saw in the trailer, there was a very, very short clip of Deku doing his, like, you know, overdrive thing or whatever the fuck he does, which looked really cool. But here it is. This is an image straight from the little trailer that they had, new My Hero Academia game. So let's talk about what this game is, okay? Before we get into potential speculation for anything else, when it comes to Dragon Ball, I know we are a Dragon Ball channel, and you know we want to see new Dragon Ball stuff. There is potential that we see something. It's not going to be high. I would say don't get your hopes up. Stuff for like Sparking Zero, Xenoverse, Kakarot, all that stuff. It's probably unlikely. Kakarot has the best chance, and like I said, we'll go over, you know, what that could be and everything, but let's talk about the game first. So click off this video if you don't want to be spoiled by what the game is. We have the official title. We have what officially the game will be, okay, for this new My Hero Academia game. So click off this video right now. In 3, 2, 1, we are getting into what the game is. This is a big spoiler for what is going to be revealed here. Obviously, there's going to be actual, like, probably like a gameplay trailer and everything that you're going to see. You see it from this, you know, little like the TVs over here. So here it is. Okay, so this is what the game looks like, right? It looks nice, right? It looks like what you would expect the My Hero Academia game to look like, right? And we've had several My Hero games in the past, okay? What is it? One's Justice 1 and 2, and the Rumble one, which is the most recent. Now, the Rumble one is more of a live service type of game, and that came out 2 years ago, I think in 2023. Now, what the game is it is the third game in the My Hero Academia 1's Justice series, okay? It's called My Hero Academia All's Justice, right? So shout out to Sergio, because Sergio, very reputable leaker in the community. They have good sources, and they're always, I would say, almost 100% right. I don't recall them ever, you know, having any issues. They leaked the new Bleach game before it got revealed at Anime Expo a couple years back or whatever, right? Or was it last year? I think it was last year. Yeah. So this is probably a game that's going to be releasing, I'm going to predict, probably next year in 2026. We have official key art and a key visual here. As you can see, just from what I'm seeing Deku wearing and, you know, who he's fighting, okay? Yeah, I think this is just going to be it. Like, this is going to be the final game that covers the rest of the anime, which makes sense, right? I don't see why it wouldn't. Now, when it comes to Demon Slayer, that game is missing one major bit, or actually it's like, I don't know, it's like 1 or 2 major arcs for Demon Slayer 2, so they might do a Demon Slayer 3 game. I really don't know. But this game looks like they're just going to finish it off because, as you guys know, if you're following My Hero Academia, it's on its final season, okay? That's going to be coming out. I don't know exactly the date for it, but by the time this game releases, it's either going to be in the process of ending or, I don't know, we'll see. I have to know the date first before we jump into anything, but if you guys haven't played My Hero 1 Justice, the series, which I haven't, I think I've seen some videos on it. I think I tried it out. I don't know if there was like a demo. I can't remember. Unless that was the Rumble game. I don't even remember. But I haven't played these games in their entirety, okay? At the time when these were coming out, I think I was still very new to the series. And I was still, like, watching it. So, like, I was trying to just focus on watching it before I even got into any games. And I just never got a chance to play these two. Now, I hear mixed opinions on this game. It generally... unfortunately, going towards a game that not many people really liked. Okay, I guess just the way it played. And I think the reason for that being is because, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's developed by Viking. I do recall that being a thing. I can't confirm if it is or not. I could probably just search it, but I think it's Viking, y'all. And if you don't know who Viking is, Viking developed Curse Clash, Jujutsu Kaisen Curse Clash, which was very, very negatively received. A lot of people did not like this game, okay? Now, the gameplay on this game, it is an arena fighter, right? It's a 3D battle action fighter, so basically just an arena fighter, right? I'm going to have to pick this game up, and I'm going to have to try it. I'm going to have to play through it, because whatever this game is... the third game is going to be pretty much the same thing for the most part, right? I could be wrong, right? I definitely don't think it's going to be what people are hoping for. Obviously, the two, actually, not even one of them, not anymore. A lot of people would always say like, "Oh, we need a new 2D fighter," but you see how many tag fighters have been getting announced within the past like month? There's like 5 different games. Okay, maybe not that many, but there's so many new tag fighters. We got the Marvel game. We got the fucking, what is it? Oh, Invincible game. Like, there's just so many of these tag fighters that they just keep announcing. And I'm excited. I'm all for it. But people do not want that anymore, I guess. I assume, right? Not everyone. Obviously, a lot of people. But I think people are, like, already getting fatigued from it, like, very fast. So... obviously, arena fighter people are tired of as well. So, I don't know. I guess the only thing that people really want is... I'm assuming it's just an open world, like, exploration type of game. I think people like that the most, because obviously those type of games have the most effort, okay? But, yeah, that's not what this game is, okay? I'm sorry to disappoint. I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news here for those of you that want that, but these are shonen fighters. Like, you know, these are generally what they're going to go for when it comes to a Shonen Jump series, and especially something like this. They're going to do a 3D fighter. It's just the bread and butter, you know, combo that they do. So, if you're disappointed by that, I am very sorry. But if you're a fan of My Hero Academia, and especially the ones Justice, because there are people who like that game. Again, I can't really speak because I have not really played it. I've seen how the game is. It looks like it is kind of similar to Curse Clash with how it's kind of floaty. I don't want to say kind of. It's very floaty. Curse Clash was like, you were just like, woohoo, like flying around and shit. Like, it was, the gameplay was just not all that great. I still had fun with the game. Like, I enjoyed it. I played all of it as much as I could. And then, you know, obviously, you know, you play it for like a week, maybe 2 weeks, and then you're kind of just done with it, right? After you beat everything. But I'm still excited for this game, right? Because, you know, we're on the hype of My Hero Academia getting its final arc and everything. And I want to see how this plays. There's potential they have new mechanics, right? Every new game, new iteration, they'll usually add some type of new mechanic or something to keep it fresh and new, right? But if you don't know, and I'm again, I didn't know this. The second game released 5 years ago. I didn't even know it was 5 years. This is an old game, y'all. And it was still, I think, getting DLC up to, I remember Vigilante Deku being a DLC character. I don't know if they added anything else after that. And Vigilante Deku, I think, was season 6? 5 or 6, one of those, okay? But this story, this game went up to, I think, season 4? I could be wrong. Either season 4 or season 5, because it's been so long. I gotta rewatch My Hero again before this final season, because it's been so long, dude. I started watching this, I think, in, like, 2019. Either 2018 or 2019, I started it. And it took me a couple of years to get, like, you know, caught up with everything. So at the time, like, these games were releasing, and I was just like, I'm not even, like, caught up with the anime yet. Like, I need to catch up with this shit. So this went to Overhaul's arc, okay? That's the dude who had the, what is it? The power to, he breaks down things, and then he can, like, build them back up in his own way or some shit. I think that's what the power was. My God, dude, it's been so long. Yeah, I really got to rewatch a lot of this stuff, bro. Oh my God, dude. This released on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Switch and PC. Dude, that's so old! We're already at, like, I don't want to say the final years of PS5 and Xbox Series X and all that stuff, but, like, we're 5 years. This is 5 years later, dog. That's insane to me. I'm surprised they didn't make a third game, like when did the first game come out? I'm just curious. Okay, so there was a 2-year difference between the first and second game. So this is like a Xenoverse 2, like a Xenoverse situation in a sense. Not as bad, because at least we are confirmed to get a third fucking game, you know what I'm saying? But like 5 years, so that means there's gonna be at least 4, I think around like 3 or 4 arcs that they have to adapt for this game if this game is going to complete the series, like the entire anime. Because, like, what you're seeing here right now, this is, like, pretty much everything at minimum from, I mean, you can see he's got white hair. Yeah, Dabi's got the white hair. And Shigaraki, you know, he's got the crazy battle damage and the super long white hair. So this has to be after, you know, around, like, I think post Season 5 and Season 6, right? Because the white hair thing, I think, was that during Season 6? I think it was. Which was, you know, very good. Season 7 also can be, you know, considered all this as well. Now, here's the thing, though. My boy, what is it? All For One, he doesn't have the mask anymore. I mean, again, this looks like it's like the beginning, I think, of around Season 6. Obviously, it has to have Season 5 as well. Yeah, we'll see. I cannot believe like, it took that long. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah. Like I said, you're seeing it here. This all has to be the finale, okay? For whatever, like, season... If that was Season 4, where this ended... So that means we have... Yeah, that would make sense, though, because it's like, you know, 4 to 5 years difference. So they had, like, a new season, I think, almost every single year, if I recall correctly. But yeah, that's a crazy jump. 2 years and then 5 years. I wonder what took that long. And I'm probably because of Cursed Clutch. That's probably why. I'm assuming Baiking is a very small team, and it's just the assumption that it is Baiking that develops the game. Okay, because I remember looking at, like, their website. I was like, who is Baiking? Like, what games have they made? And I was like, oh, they made the My Hero games. I was like, oh, okay, that's crazy. So yeah, that probably was the reason why they focused on the Jujutsu Kaisen game. Because I think JJK came out when this game came out, if I recall correctly. So they were probably like, oh, okay, we gotta, you know, get started on this game, which is crazy because, like, that game was like, yikes. But yeah, I digress. I'm just yapping at this point. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to see how this game is, how it looks and everything. Maybe it's got some upgrades. Maybe it looks better, because I'm assuming it's going to be on the next-gen consoles. But however long this game has been in development, it could also be on last-gen consoles as well. Like, Bleach Rebirth of Souls was the most recent, you know, like, big anime game. And they had that on the old consoles as well. You know what I'm saying? So that is a pretty crazy jump. Well, let's get into a little bit of speculation about Dragon Ball. I do think that there is a decent chance, no confirmation, because if they are going to announce any Dragon Ball stuff, they would have said it here. You know what I mean? But they didn't. And there could always be a little surprise. You never know. But I'm just saying, if we're going to say there is potentially some Dragon Ball stuff, I think Daima, Kakarot stuff, that's coming out in like a few weeks, right? I think like in like 2 or 3 weeks from now, this is dropping. This is releasing. So maybe a trailer, something. I don't know. And there's always a chance that we see Sparking Zero Switch announcement. I'm talking about the Switch 2. That got leaked a while back before the Switch even released. The Switch 2 released. So there could be a possibility that they maybe have a little announcement there. But I wouldn't expect this to release for probably a while. There is a good chance that it could actually come out near the end of this year, because they usually drop the recent Dragon Ball game 1 year later on the Switch. They've done that in the past several times with Kakarot, Xenoverse, Fighters. It usually takes them like 1 year to, you know, push it, but who knows? Switch 2, it could be different. I do think it's going to run pretty decently on a Switch 2. Switch 2 is actually a lot more capable than I thought it was going to be. Obviously, they're going to have to, like, you know, downgrade some stuff a lot, but I think it could probably run 1080p, 60 FPS, and not really have too much of an issue. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, don't expect much Dragon Ball, if not any Dragon Ball. I don't expect any Dragon Ball. The big headliner is going to be the new My Hero Academia All's Justice. And that's the thing. The reason I say that this is going to be the final game is because they would have called it One's Justice 3 if there was going to be more, right? If they're calling it All's Justice, like that just like screams final finale, final game to me. Okay, so I don't see any reason why they would, you know, drag it out any longer. But we'll see. Okay, I really hope that they do the story justice. That really, no pun intended, but hey, it works, right? But at the same time, I heard that the story mode, and again, I have not played this game. I heard the story mode is slideshows. These fucking Bandai Namco anime games are notorious now for slideshows, with the exception of Bleach. Bleach did very, very fucking good on their story mode, which is crazy because that was like one of the longest story modes in any game, while these other games are just not getting that, right? But yeah, y'all let me know what you think about this. Let me know if I should, I say if I should, but I definitely want to try out the first 2 games to just see how they play. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Drop a like, subscribe here on the channel, ring my notification bell. Peace out.
This is Broly, and you are watching SLOplays. Make sure to subscribe, or else I'll destroy your entire planet!